Namaste, my beautiful queens, my patrons. I am endlessly grateful for your support, and it is so much more pleasant. And of course, you feel so much more enthusiasm and passion to do the reading for particularly those of you who support my work. The subject I want to do this reading, so I'm gonna go just straight to it. What prevents him, what fear prevents this man from being with you? So is there a fear which prevents him? Because we all know that the actions of a man determine his love, his deep feelings. But I had seen also enough times when a woman is too independent, a woman is too strong, a man who was spoiled with attention of women, and now he's just simply wants someone who he can manipulate. If he can't manipulate you, he's not with you because you're just too tough for him. Or a fear of him feeling not as powerful as you, or feeling of fear that how the society is gonna look at it. So is there a fear in him which prevents him from being with you? Is that fear existent? Because there are excuse me, there is no many of you. I will use three cards, and I will use three decks. So choose number one from three. If you are asking about, of course, two men, then choose one set of cards for each one of them. Is there a fear preventing him from being with you? What fear is that? Excuse me, and let me prepare my water here. And we just gonna go straight to it, and thank you endlessly thankful for your love and your support. Excuse me. Asking the spirits of fire, spirits of air, spirits of earth, and spirits of water, the guides and the keepers, to give us the answers to our questions. I'm going to use three decks. To my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart. What fear prevents this man from being with you? Is there a fear? Actually, maybe he's not with you because it's not a good man. But let's see. Number one, am I holding it in upright position? Number two and number three. And we are going to take the next deck. I really got a lot love for this new deck. Very accurate, very accurate deck here. And we're gonna do one, we're gonna do two and three. And the Gilded Tarot, we will do a third card, because each of these decks have certain energy to it, and we will look into it. One, two, three, and let's go straight to it. As I said, I don't want to do 5 or 7 because there are not many, relatively not many of you, but I cannot tell you how much more pleasant it is to work for those who appreciate you. So, excuse me, what's going on with my throat? Number one, what fear prevents him from being with you? And we already have a whole bunch of cards which are so beautifully answering our question. First of all, we are having Two of Pentacles right here. So of course for you, for each one of you, it can be different, but some of you might be dealing with a man who is not free, who is either married or engaged or living with somebody. So he is juggling those two pentacles. So the fear preventing him from being with you is the necessity to make a choice. The central card right here is a Queen of Swords. Could be two things. First of all, this queen, very often Queen of Swords, comes as the spouse, the wife. So if you're dealing with a married man, then that would be his wife, of course, preventing him and giving him a certain fear from being with you. My goodness, what is wrong with me? But at the same time, if your man is not in relationship with anybody, right here, this is you, especially if you are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is you, and it's just that strong, powerful woman I've just explained about, because you are not gonna, excuse my language, take any bullshit from this man at all. You're not gonna do this, because this woman knows her self value, knows her self acceptance, she knows her self respect. So of course it's a extraordinary strong woman who knows her goals. She knows what she wants. It's not a woman who's gonna, be a dust at the feet of a man. She's like that. And this would be, for most of you listening, this would be you. She uses her intellect, she uses her strength. Not a woman who is possible to juggle, not a woman, because he either has to give you all, and in this case right here is a giver, the Six of Pentacles, but he wants you to be a giver. He wants you to give, and him to get. Also, Two of Pentacles very often talks about situation, I come when I want to come, and I leave when I want to leave. So he wants to keep his freedom, but at the same time he wants you to be there. He wants you to be there, waiting for him. When he wishes, he feels like coming to you, he is going to come to you. When he wishes not, he is not going to do it. Of course, you're not going to do this. For you, he either chooses you, commits, and be with you, or, you're going to take him, you're going to tell him, what, go take a hike. That's as simple as that. So of course the reason for him, one of the fears is that he's not gonna have his freedom. He's not gonna have, he comes to you when he wants to live, when he wants you just giving and not giving, and not receiving just as much as he agrees to give you. So of course you are not, because it's a player, as you can see. He juggling this Two Pentacles, he juggling here, and he's spoiled by women. He is used to a situation when this one is giving, and everyone is giving everything to him he wants, and he has that song, and a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side. So it's what we have right here. So seriously, this is why we are having this situation. Fears, tons of fears. He's not going to be able to play with you. He's not going to be able to manipulate you. He's not going to be able to receive without you just asking him, excuse me, what the hell, because Queen of Swords is going to cut him off. So these are the fears, and he's to, he has to make that choice. He either just drops his old life, but as we of course know, this is not very often happens when a man just drops everything and turns his life 180 degrees around, and he commits and he comes. But of course it's possible, the circumstances are different, but they're little percentage usually. If it's a player and it's a manipulator and it's a playboy, usually he stays this way, but at the same time he's intrigued, he's triggered by you. He wish he could, take you like this into his hand and be, like controlling, but that's not the case. So such a talkative, three cards which told us so much already. I would recommend you, my queens, listen to all three, because in this kind of reading, because there are a relatively small amount of you, you're under 100 people who are listening to this video. So in this case, I would recommend you listen to all three, because you can probably, you chose number one, but then you might feel something is resonating in another reading here. So we are going to do this one. Number two. My goodness, girls, these are beautiful. How it's my energy, it's my, like, I am so appreciative of your support that I just, cards are very appreciative as well. Look, my beauties, what fear prevents him, and we are having, why are we having again, possible again, of course not for many of you, but very often we see one Empress here, we see a card of Empress here, and we see so we see two women here, we see the Queen of Pentacles and we see Empress. So for some of you, yes, this man is not phrase, for some of you is probably a married man, but if he is a married man or with someone, so of course the fear of Queen of Pentacles very often in readings shows up as wife. But my beautiful queens, believe it or not, Queen of Pentacles sometimes shows as a mother. It could be that man is under such severe control and influence of his mother that he is afraid to upset his mother. Being honest with you, queens, in this case, the thing is that you might not want to spend, waiting for a man who is going to, I'm a mother myself, but a man who is going to constantly do everything what his mom wants, and he has to be also on your side, because mother is mother and wife is wife, and it's a very difficult choice. So for some of you it's a wife, for some of you it's a mother or a woman he is afraid to upset. But for most of you, my beautiful queens, what it's gonna be, what do you see right here? You see, they are so hard to hold, they're thin. You see here the Empress, of course, and you see here the Page of Cups. My gorgeous queens, Page and Empress, Page boy and a Queen. I mean, it's higher. Empress is absolutely the most powerful vibration, the Queen of Earth. Also the Empress has this nickname, and of course he is so, he considers that he's so less magnificent, and he cannot be compared with you, because Empress is an Empress. She possesses the power over springtime, over love, over the elements over the forces, and you are to imagine, like, if it's a, for example, it came to my head, if it's a schoolboy, like high school boy or a student, and a movie starlet. Imagine Audrey Hepburn, or imagine Scarlett O'Hara, or imagine My Fair Lady. So this is the schoolgirl, schoolboy sees that woman the way, she's like a princess, like Roman holiday. He sees a princess. She lives in a castle. She has in her power lots of things. She's bright, she's deep, she's unbelievable, and he's just a page, and he only can offer this Empress who holds the power over so much. He can only offer her this cup, this one golden cup, which has his heart, and he knows that he cannot offer you everything what Empress, in his opinion, might desire and might want. But at the same time, you see, you're just like a sun, because Empress also symbolizes the sun. So it's a sun, and he feels that he can't, doesn't have what it takes to be with such a woman, too deep, too strong, too independent. But at the same time, he might ask himself, maybe it would be wiser to just uh, find yourself an earthy woman, he tells himself. But you see, he turned away from this one. Probably there was someone in his life before he met you, and she's still there, but he can't. He's looking up and at you right here, and he's looking at you, and he is turned away from her, and he's asking himself, maybe, maybe it's not possible. She's out of my league. There is this expression, this woman is out of my league, and maybe you find yourself, go back to something more simpler. But he still hopes, because he still holds that cup, and he still hopes, so maybe he can offer you that chance for love, because he feels that soul an emotional connection with you. But at the same time, he's a little bit obsessed with you. He looks at Empress, and there is the obsession, but you are in every possible level is much higher than him. He's just a page. He needs to learn in mentally, in emotionally, spiritually. You are much higher, and he feels like a child. And of course, for the Page of Cups, he just for him, part of him wants to be a King of Cups, and he understands that he's not a King of Cups yet, and so he he doesn't know should he try or should he not. But also, for many in many cases, the Page of Cups, he had his heart broken already, and we have to, you see, he could be slightly younger than you, or much younger than you. Or Page also, it can be a personality, even if this man is I don't know, 95, but usually Page comes with a younger partner. So he already jumped into the ocean of love, and he already was really, he fell. He thought he would dive into the deep blue beautiful water, and instead he fell onto the ground. So he already did followed his heart and love and got hurt. So now he also is afraid to go into this again. He's being careful. So he's still thinking, should he show you that spark? Because Paige is like that little fish. I don't know, do you see the fish sticking her face out of the cup? He wants that chance, but he's terrified as well by that chance, because he doesn't know if he can, he can put up with, if he's comparable with you. So these are his fears. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Let's see my beautiful queens. Let's see card number 3. Wow, King of, look at this, unbelievable, unbelievable King of Swords. What prevents him from being with you? King of Swords. So, and Chariot is a major arcana, and he's dreaming because you are not together with him anymore. All he has left to do is dreaming, and we are having a Chariot. My beautiful queens, this is so clear. I cannot even tell you how clear it is. We are having double, not just one. We are having double control freak. King of Swords could be connected with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius man, but I am not describing you zodiac. I will describe you the qualities of King of Swords. Of course, that's a tough when you see in the love spreads the King of Swords, you especially next to the Chariot, you are having a man which is hard, close to impossible to build anything with, especially if it's, you see, he's a Chariot, it's him controlling that golden chariot, and right here he's a central card. So the issue with that king is you cannot anyhow come to any consensus with this with type of man, because he's demanding, criticizing. He does not trust in neither feelings nor emotions, and the issue with this king is lack of empathy and compassion. They are very strong, they are very intellectual, but it's not that type of a king which you can melt him, because you can't melt a sword. So it's a double control freak. And the thing is that he's only dreaming about you, but he clearly understands and he clearly knows that to rule you and to control you is not possible. Absolutely not possible. So this is the reason why what prevents him, because if he gives it a chance, he would have to change something in himself. And he has huge passion towards you. It's passion, and he pretty much ran from you. He jumped the chariot and he said, hell with it, I can't do this. So they are running when they can't control something. He is very buttoned up, like up to the buttoned up and very proud, and unfortunately they are very my will, my way or highway. Very passionate. He hides his passion because he does not allow passion ruling him, but he's dreaming of you all the time, and he's dreaming, but he doesn't do anything in reality, because he understands he is not a stupid king. King of Swords is very strong. He's not stupid, but he he just considers that you are not gonna obey. You are not going to fall to your knees and say, master, what do you want? What do you need? What is that I can do for you? No. But at the same time, he you got deep into him, and you are there in his dreams. But control freak as a king of swords, together with chariot, of course, fears, which of course he's not going to show absolutely anybody and nobody. Those fears, this is prevent him, because but at the same time there is a deep respect towards you. He's not going to tell you that, but he really deeply respects you, for probably you are the only woman in his entire life who didn't fall and became dust at his feet, even if it happened already and you became the dust at his feet for a little while. Then you just got up and you brushed dust from your clothes and you said, you know what, no, I am not gonna do this, and take a hike, get out of here. You see, you are very strong and he is control freak. he's trying to control you, or would be trying, and you're gonna tell him, excuse me, love, I love you, but I have my job, I have my dreams, I have my goals. I'm not going to sacrifice my life, my goals, my talents, my dreams, just to satisfy you, you know. And in order to build relationship with such personality, you either, turn into doormat and obey, but then he's not going to respect you. But then you get up and become equal to him, and he tells you, bye, you don't obey me, I am gone, I'm taking this chariot and I'm gone. But there is some hope here, because we have a chariot. And chariot is a little crazy. He's controlling, and what can happen is, one morning he gets up and say, you know what, F this. They can make crazy steps, and just get on a chariot and come to you and said, okay, tomorrow at 3 a.m. we are getting married. But I'm just warning you that unfortunately living with such a man is extremely difficult, because he's constantly gonna try to bend you and make you obey. But if you ready, you can try. This my gorgeous, my beautiful queens, and I don't think there are any kings there. All about this reading. Again, I am endlessly grateful to you for supporting me, and I'm gonna start doing the zodiacs, and they all gonna be here in Patreon, and I will talk to you later. Namaste.